All right. Well, hey, everybody. This is Cleta Colson-Eyre. It is January the 27th, 2023, with our week number 3 of our Boss Babe Trailblazer edition. Thank you for everybody jumped on here and is ready to roll tonight. Before we start, I do have just a couple of things that I want to share with y'all. And that's pretty exciting. Mary Kay has new spring products coming out in February. The sales directors could order all of it yesterday, but they decided to debut one of the products that everybody could order, the consultants too. Okay, so, and this product is this right here. It is a new mascara and it's called, well, I even have the box here somewhere. Anyway, it's called Great Heights Mascara. Great Heights Mascara. So I want to tell you that I have it on today. I was telling some of my unit members that I have not touched up my eye makeup at all, period, since I put it on at 8 o'clock. And like right before the call, I didn't have any flakes. I didn't have any smudges. That's pretty awesome. Not that our others do, but I mean, I like it. Okay. Now let me say this. When I first got it, I put it on. I'm like, ain't nothing in the tube. I felt like it was a little dry. Do you know how like sometimes when you get a new mascara, I don't know about y'all, but like, so I had to kind of take it and work it around a little bit, because they fill the thing up and it screws the lid on. So when you get yours, if you ever have a new mascara, let me turn this off, that felt like that, just work it a little bit. So now, like today, I'm like, oh, now I see I got some stuff on there. So let me play this little video that Mary Kay just came out with today about this mascara. And so consultant, it's on your order form right now. And you'll see it under the limited edition. Well, not limited edition. I think it's under new products. You'll find it. If you can't find it, just type in the search Great Heights and then you'll see it. Okay, here we go.
Reach for great heights and effortlessly achieve 43% longer looking lashes in one coat. Boldly build your lash look with 3 coats for 75% visibly longer length. Lengthen and separate even the tiniest lashes with the precision brush for up to 12 hours of weightless wear. Take your lashes higher. Mary Kay Great Heights Mascara. Find your independent beauty consultant for next level lash length.
All right. Y'all know Mary Kay. Mary Kay's got so fancy, hadn't they? I mean, like, it's like next level, next century commercials. So, anyway, I really like it. This is the cover of the new book that you're going to see. But inside, there's a whole thing on this new mascara. So, if you did the preferred customer program, of course, this will come out in February. But you can see this before and after. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? And so what I want to challenge you to do is once you order yours, because you can order it right now, do this to yourself. And the best way to do a before and after with your lashes is exactly like this. It's without liner and without even eyeshadow. Just do it just like that, and you'll really be able to see the lashes and how much different it looks with and without. Okay. And so just like they said on the video, one coat gives you 43% more lash length. Okay. And then it said that 3 coats, let's see right here. Oh, 2 coats, 75% longer looking lashes. So anyway, it's a lightweight formula. It has panthenol. It has 12 hours of wear without smudging or flaking, precision brush. And if you had customers that love the Lash Love Lengthening that was discontinued, they won't be sad anymore because they got this, okay? And I personally think this is better than our Lash Love Lengthening. It just seems a little thicker to me. But anyway, it's 18. It's ready to go. It's out there and everybody can order it. So I wanted to give you that information. That started yesterday. All right. Okay, the other thing that I think is real important for us to talk about for just a second is career conference. So career conference, we're going to be able to register starting February the 7th. So I want to show you just a little commercial on career conference because there is some recognition that you can get by getting some recruits. So let me play a little video about career conference. It's called, oh, and you know how we're doing the whole up year, like power up, glow up. So career conference theme is called drive up, drive up. All right. So here we go. And all right.
Are you ready to turn up your impact and be the powerful person you dream of being? Then drive up to Career Conference 2025, coming over 3 weekends in March to 12 cities across the country. That's double the amount of cities as last year, so everyone can have the opportunity to revel in the recognition, connections, education, and motivation that could help you live up to your potential. Feeling like a goal getter? You can take advantage of special career conference challenges and recognition, like the Step Up to DIQ Challenge and the Pearls of Sharing Challenge. We'll light up the career conference stage with recognition and one of these amazing rewards for the top 10 superstars at each conference. Get ready to expand your mind, design your dreams, and strengthen your Mary Kay connections at an event of pink proportions. Show up for yourself so you can fire up your dreams. Mary Kay is going up, and you can join us when you power up at Career Conference 2025.
All righty. So that is career a little video on a career conference. And now I'm just kind of go over just a couple of things about career conference so that no one gets there and goes, well, I just didn't even realize about that. Okay, so let me tell you, this is on In Touch. This is all on In Touch, but I wanted you to just to see it. Of course, there's 3 different weekends. March 14th and 15th, 21, 22, and then March 28th and 29th. So you're going to pick the one that is best for you. So if you just look down here, it's going to show you some of the contests. And one of the ones is the DIQ challenge. So the career conference that has the most registered DIQs. So Ryan Rogers is going to sign a keepsake note, and you're going to get this really awesome Mary Kay branded swig cup that said during the Step Up DIQ parade. So everybody gets the parade, like all DIQs get to go on stage. But if your career conference has the most, okay, then all the DIQs get this. So it's going to be kind of like a big surprise you won't know. All right. So that's one. The second one is for everybody, sales directors and consultants. Anyone that gets one new Great Start qualified team member from December the 1st through February 28th gets a Pearls of Sharing necklace. Okay. And of course, you have to go to career conference. And once you do that, you're going to be in a drawing. Okay. And you're going to get this Tory Burch bag and necklace set. Isn't that beautiful? The Tory Burch necklace set and Tory Burch bag. I love Tory Burch. Okay. And so that's going to be one at every location. Someone's going to win. And so you get, it's that simple. Each Great Start qualified person you get from December to into February, your name goes in one time. So let's say you got 10, then that's 10 chances for you to win the prize. Last year, I had a bunch. I just knew I was going to win it. It was a Louis Vuitton bag. I didn't win it, but I still got a lot of recruits. And so it's a win-win either way. Okay. So you want to at least get your name in there one time, right? And then those that are doing the virtual, just the virtual career conference, then they're going to give that at Allen, Texas. They will pull one for the virtual career conference as well. 3 names actually. Okay. All right. The next one is that they're going to recognize the top 10 at each career conference. In the Court of Sharing, you get a beautiful scarf. The Court of Sales, you get that beautiful blue purse. And then the Court of Unit Sales, those sunglasses. So that's something you want to kind of work for sure. And then anyone that's on target for 2 courts, you are going to get the necklace and the earrings. Okay, it says single stars receive the beautiful mother pearl necklace, double and triple get the earrings to match. So look and see what you need to do. And that would be the end of February would be, you know, 8 months into the contest. So, like for example, 24 recruits divided by 12 is well, that's 16 team members. So 16 Great Start qualified makes you on target for the Court of Sharing. Does that make sense? So you can kind of figure that out. And then, of course, the dates on here, nationals, they can register on the 3rd. All consultants and directors can register on the 7th. And then on the end of the month, it's a short time period. It's 21 days. At the 28th, then anything, if you want to modify or cancel or anything else, that's the last day. So you want to register on day one. On day one. Now, March 9th is the last time you can register for the virtual sessions. Now, the virtual session will not show any of the recognition or anything like that. It's just the classes, okay? Let's see, the dates. So the 15th and 16th, which is, they're all Friday and Saturday. That's Milwaukee, Orlando, and Santa Clara, California. All right. In the Orlando one, you want to make note that Spanish interpretation will not be provided, because the following week they're having it in Fort Lauderdale and it's Spanish only. They're having a whole Spanish only career conference. In fact, Raul Dominguez is going to be the one that's going to be hosting that. So I'm like, I said, are you going to be the one in Florida? He goes, yes, but it's going to be the Fort Lauderdale one. I'm like, I won't be able to understand you, so I'm going to go to Orlando. But anyway, so Milwaukee, Orlando, and Santa Clara, that's the first week. All right. The second week is the 21st, 22nd. That's Allen, Texas. I went there last year. That was a lot of fun. Latrice went. We had a good time. Charlotte, North Carolina, and of course, Fort Lauderdale and Portland, Oregon. And then the last weekend of the month is the 28th and 29th. That's Anaheim, California, Spanish only. Baltimore, Maryland, Columbus, Ohio, Kansas City, Missouri, and Round Rock, Texas. The Round Rock, Texas is Spanish only. So I wanted you guys to know that. So don't register for a Spanish only unless you speak Spanish. Okay. The fees, how much does it cost to go? It's $125 for anyone that registers by February the 28th. It's $125. And you also get the general viewing options later on demand. You can go back and watch it again, which is so great. If you register on site, you miss the deadline. Then it's $140. If you just do general session where you're just going to do the virtual event, it's $50. And just as note, the viewing option is not a virtual event and does not include videos of the career path workshops, rewards, or recognition. It's going to be just the live stream from Allen, Texas. It says Friday Independent Consultant Workshops and Saturday General Session. Okay. So I think that's all you need to know. One thing that I didn't know till today is right here, there is a download now, and this is the hotels. And so it does already have the hotels that are available according to where you're going to be staying. And so what you want to do, this is important, because the day you register, you want to already know who am I rooming with, who's going to get the room. So if there's 4 people in the room, one person will register the room, and then the other 3, and there'll be a deposit on there. Okay. So you need to have that down so that it doesn't sell out, because the one they're doing is the one closest, like in Orlando, the Rose and Shingle Creek, that is where the thing is. So like you literally are staying in the convention center. Okay. There's a hotel connected to it. It's a beautiful place. I love staying there. It's so nice. So anyway, look this over and just kind of I'm just telling you in advance so you can be ready. Okay. So you can be ready to do it as soon as you, as soon as you register, you want to get your room. And it does say, please be aware that hotel rooms are first come, first serve. It's the standard price for all hotels, and they place a hold on the credit cards and the debit cards. So normally you want to, if you have a credit card, that's going to be better than your debit card, because it does hold your money for a minute. Okay. When you book a room, you're considered the room captain. Only one hotel reservation per room captain. All right. And then y'all can split it up as you need to when you get there. Okay. I wanted to mention that. I thought it was important to go over, and about the mascara. I think that's it. Now we're going to get into the Boss Babe. Which we're so excited. So first of all, in the chat, I would like everybody to put your points for last week. In your book, hopefully you printed your book out and you're doing it, there's a place to put your points. So you want to look right here and put your points, and then add them up and put in the chat how many points you have. Okay. And then when the video is over, we'll come and we'll do an announcement of who who had the most points on our call tonight. All right. And share those points with your sales director too. So I'm going to start out with one Bible verse, and we're going to do the third one that's in our book. And it is Philippians 4:13. And this is in the TPT version. Honestly, I don't know what the TPT version is. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, it says, I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. In other words, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's how I know that verse. I like that version too, though, don't y'all? That's a good word. Matter of fact, if you see my poster back here, right there on the edge, right there, that's that Bible verse. It's one of my favorites. So let me just say it the way this version says it. I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. And don't we have difficulties in this life, right? Okay, so if you can turn in your book to week 3, you're going to want to take some notes as I start this video. This is National Sales Director Cyndee Gress. Cyndee, Gress. Okay, and so I'm excited to hear. I did not cheat. Thank you, the Passion Translation. I appreciate that. I knew it, and I'm like, TPT. Okay, so I'm going to play this. If you guys can give me a thumbs up, I'm going to, just to make sure this video runs correctly, and I'm going to go full screen with it, so hopefully everybody can see it even better. So here we go.
Well, hello, Mary Kay Beauty Consultants. In the beginning of a brand new year, I'm so excited for the possibilities that lay in front of you as an entrepreneur, that lay in front of each and every one of us as we are in control of our own destiny. When I did the little bit of research that I did for y'all today, I found out that a trailblazer was somebody different than I thought they were. I found out that a trailblazer was a person who marked a new place and space, most importantly, for themselves. Well, you did that the second, probably for most of you, you signed your Mary Kay Beauty agreement. At least that's what it was for me. A new place and space that I was willing to go, that prior to that in my life, I had never been willing to go before. What happens when that happens? You're scared, you're nervous, you're worried, you're not sure if you can do it, you're not sure about what your family and friends are going to say. What is happening? But I decided that I was going to do something different. And I decided that I didn't like people telling me what to do. And by that, I didn't mean that I didn't want people to mentor me, because I love that. By that, I didn't mean that I didn't want people to tell me what to do with respect to the success game. I love people telling me what to do when it comes to success. I hated people telling me what to do with a different agenda than I had. And that was my experience that I had working in corporate America. Was their agenda was for the company, rightfully so, and that was the top priority, rightfully so, and that I got a benefit for working for them if I did what they told me to do. But that is not what I found in Mary Kay Cosmetics. I found people who were in my success corner. Now, some of those people said things to me that I didn't want to hear. There were a bunch of things that I was like, wait, what? Wait, what did you just say to me? Wait, are you kidding me? Yep, all those things. But they were more successful than me, and they were sanctioned as my mentors. Now, in the Mary Kay world, it's gotten a little muddy with who our mentor is. A mentor isn't just anybody who's ahead of you who speaks to you. That is not a mentor. A mentor is someone who is invested in your welfare of being successful. And so Mary Kay kind of set it up perfectly when she first started the business, right? It was the only way I get ahead is for you get ahead. So you're always, your best mentor is going to be the highest level that you can get to in your Mary Kay family that you were recruited in. That will always be the best alignment for your success. And so they said things to me that, I didn't necessarily want to hear, but I could hear them more easily than when my boss just told me to do something because it was going to be for the benefit of the company that I worked for. So trailblazing, I just love. I love that term.
I love what it means. I love what it inspires in me, that I'm willing to go to places that most people, they're just not willing to go, y'all. You know, when you have a brand new business partner, how awesome that is, that we have to talk to 4 women to have one person say yes. That means only 1 out of 4 has the courage to be a trailblazer, and that's you. So you automatically are already a trailblazer. Now, the question I think we're asking today is, how do I become a better trailblazer, a more courageous trailblazer, a person who can raise her beliefs and her hope and her joie de vivre, her joy of doing it. It's not just doing it. You have to do it joyfully and happily and be excited about it. So there were a couple of things that I did, of course, tied to a story. So I was in a place in my life when I signed my Mary Kay Beauty agreement that I didn't like my job. I didn't like getting up at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't like getting on the train. I didn't like coming home on the train. I didn't like the people I worked with. I didn't like a whole heck of a lot with what I was doing with the majority of my life. And I just wanted more of my life back. And so I decided that I was going to blaze a trail with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Once I found it, I was kind of halfway searching for something, but I don't even think I had enough inside of me to even really investigate anything properly. And this Mary Kay beauty consultant, what I call shanghaied me. You know, she told me she was in a contest. I ended up putting the product on my face. Once I had it on the face, I loved the product, didn't have the money for the product. She convinced me to do Mary Kay. The rest is history. It was after I signed my agreement and had the courage to tell the people that loved me that I was going to do Mary Kay and got past that part, that I decided to blaze a trail. And that happened on a very magical day, and I'll never forget it. I came home from New York City. I was about to go to my unit meeting because I was faithful there, because I knew part of blazing a trail is that I needed new strategies, because I was going to new places that I had never been before. So my strategies were not going to work. And one of the rules that they told me was to go to the meeting every single solitary week, no matter what. Mary Kay said, if you don't want to go to the meeting, you need the meeting. If you want to go to the meeting needs you. So irregardless, no matter what was happening in our life, we were supposed to go to the meeting. And I did. I only missed one meeting, which was a career conference, which I was the number 1 director at. And I literally gave birth to Tommy the day of career conference. So that would have been an interesting career conference for me had I gone. Anyway, I was going to my unit meeting, and real quick, I would do a quick rejudge from the morning, 5:30 in the morning makeup application to go to my meeting. I always either had a guest or I was introducing a new business partner, and my team was there once I had gotten into Mary Kay. But at this point, I was just building the muscle of going to my meeting, but I was always bringing a guest. I didn't really have a team there yet. Anyway, I got home and my showcase was there. That's how new I was. Yes. The second meeting I went to, I had a guest. My showcase was there. Penny was to meet me at the meeting. And it was on their front porch, and I couldn't help myself. I had to open it. I just had to open the box. And when I opened the box and I flipped over the little pink lid, I realized I should close the box and just go to the meeting. It was way too much. So when I got home, I opened the box. I was very encouraged because I was just home from my unit meeting, and there was a cassette tape. And I'm going to send Karen Rydell a picture of the cassette tape. In the cassette tape, Mary Kay Ash was one of the speakers on that tape. And she talked about how important it was to see 30 faces, and how that was going to bring me everything, and how I needed to keep doing that over and over and over again. Now, it was my understanding that this is just what new people did. They saw 30 faces. So there were a million trailblazers out there, but I had never blazed that trail in my life. And quite frankly, it scared me just a little bit. But I dedicated my internal self to knowing that I was never going to know if Mary Kay was going to work for me unless I blazed that trail. And by the way, side note, once I blazed it one time, I did it for the rest of my career. Mary Kay Cosmetics had to call me from the office as a national and tell me to stop doing it, because I had dedicated myself that deeply. Once I dedicated myself, well, I had to follow the strategies that the successful trailblazers were following. I was told this: go observe classes from the best people you can observe, the highest sellers, the highest recruiters. Go physically, get on a plane, a train, an automobile, do whatever you have to do to find out what strategies the successful people are using. Make sure you show up to your success meeting and every other educational event that is put in front of you, because you never know when the $1 million idea is going to be ahead of you, and it also sharpens your skills. So I was faithful to both of those things. I studied, I mean it, I studied my flip chart. I was awesome at it. I took a couple what now would be YouTube videos and paid attention how to act my way through the skincare class. When I felt good, when I didn't feel good. How to add intonation, modulation, how to capture and captivate an audience. I studied and studied and studied, and I got better and better and better. I used strategies once I dedicated myself to that new trail. The other thing that I was willing to do that I find sometimes a lot of new people are not willing to do, because they argue with success. People argue with success. They do it all the time. Is that I had to decide to change my standards. It was no longer going to be okay to show up late for things. It was no longer going to be okay to be disorganized. It was no longer, I had to organize my date book. I had to know where I was going. I had to know the addresses I was going to. I had to know where the profiles were with who the hostess was. I had to raise my standards. I had to raise my standards of what I looked like and how I dressed and how I applied makeup. I had to raise my standards of what my sales director expected of me, not what I expected of myself. I had to release my control to my sales director for her to tell me how high I should be shooting, what star I should be aiming for. That's raising a standard in every single category. This is what I believe. I believe that the best is always required. The best fluctuates, right? So if you have an emergency, right? And it's a Mary Kay work day for you, but you had an emergency, you still do your best with your Mary Kay in spite of the emergency, but it might not be the best day of your Mary Kay life, because on a day that it's easier to do Mary Kay, you'll do more. But some people have a tendency to use emergencies as a reason not to do Mary Kay. I don't believe in that. I just believe in no matter what I do, I have to do my best at it when I do it. Now, sometimes a consultant who is just trying Mary Kay or just beginning with Mary Kay, they're going to say things like, well, I won't do anything until I can put my whole heart in. That's not what I'm talking about. This is my opinion. That's a cop-out. I'm saying when I have dedicated myself to do Mary Kay, when I'm supposed to do Mary Kay, I do my best. When I wrap Christmas presents, I do my best. And when I make cookies, and I don't do them so good, but I do my best. When you are willing to dedicate yourself, set your standard to be, I will be my exceptional self, my absolute very best, which by the way, no one can tell you what that is. It's an internal thing. You know when you're being your best, and you know when you're not being your best. That helped me to trailblaze. And you know what else happened when I decided to do that with myself? Mentors started coming into my life. New things started growing. A whole world opened up to me that I never in a million years thought that I could ever be good at. And the byproduct of all of this stuff, standards, strategies, all those things, is then my beliefs started to upgrade. my beliefs in what I could do, my beliefs in how strong I could be. So every time I stepped out of my comfort zone and was a little stronger than the time that I was before, the next time I had to be strong, I could be even stronger than that. And I blazed a trail over there. And I kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And my belief grew more and more and more. And now I pretty much think I could do a lot of things that in a million years, I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I could do. So I dedicated myself to what Mary Kay Ash, the woman, told me I had to do to be successful. And I did that consistently without missing 1 month, every month of my life for 15 years. And I ended up as a senior national sales director who celebrates the Diamond Circle for what is now, I think, 17 years. What seems like such an insignificant new set of standards and beliefs and strategies, what can those things help you to trailblaze? I did not know that trail was leading to that level of success, $5 million in commissions over my career. I didn't know that trail landed to that place. Inch by inch, it is a cinch. What will you decide to believe more, to set a standard up, and to go apply strategies to your life that when you look back at it, will say, wow, what a trail I have blazed. I know you can do it.
All right, you guys. It was so good. I was so caught up. I didn't know she was about to end. All right, we're going to open it up. You guys can just raise your hand or you can do the little emoji on the bottom so I can see your hand. And just a quick feedback. We're not going to go too long because I went a little bit long today. So just let me see your hand and we'll do a few little, okay. And I'll just spotlight you as I see you. Go ahead, Sayla.
Hey, all I can say is wow, wow, wow. I could listen to that every morning, noon, and night. I don't, even though she was so calm, a lot of times, she's got a lot of energy in her voice, and it was just so powerful. I'm telling you, it makes me want to go run a marathon, sell $1 million, and recruit 1 million people. So it was good.
Thank you, Sayla. Thank you so much. Okay. Who else? Just raise your hand up. Okay. Judy, I'm coming to you, then Gail next. Go ahead, Judy.
Can you imagine the company calling her and saying, you don't have to do this anymore, you're a national sales director, but she had it so instilled in her decision making that she was consistent, and that's what got her where she got. And I just thought that was pretty amazing.
Listen, you know what that I thought of that, Judy, is that hang on. Let me spotlight myself for a second. Okay. 30 faces every month for 15 years in a row, not missing 1 month. Do you guys know how many people that is? It's only one person a day. It's 5,400 people. So you think, how'd she make $5 million? Well, let's see. You put Mary Kay on 50 people. She put Mary Kay on 5,400. 5,400. And y'all, a lot of months she did more than 30, right? Because if you do the parties, you never know. So, I mean, really, it is 7 or 8 people a week. I mean, well, it's just one a day. So do one party with 7 people every single week, and you're doing what Cyndee did to get where she's going. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do Gail next, and then I see your hands. Y'all just leave them up there. Go ahead, Gail. And you're muted, so unmute first. There you go.
There we go. Okay. I loved when she talked about how she studied her flip chart and she studied the presentation because she became the professional that she saw in her mind to be on the outside so that she could do the best version of herself representing Mary Kay. And that level of excellence that skill set was honed over and over again with those 30 faces a month. And every time she did that, she just became a better version of herself. So it was a cumulative building of excellence that made her for the, executive senior, national sales director, or if she's, it's just impressive to know that it was all started with the dedication and then 30 faces and then building their skill set over and over again. Better, 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 better.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well said. Well said. Okay, Maureen, you're muted, sister, girl. Mo to the ring.
All right, all right. I know better. I know better. I heard strategy a lot. And you know what? That is figuring out the equation for success, right? And I love that. And we were just talking about in the unit meeting how Holly was talking about the 30 faces. What I
Mhm.
heard Cyndee Gress say is that she believed who was training her, right? So when you have a mentor like yourself, Cleta, and you tell us to go do 30 faces, we believe you. It will take us wherever we want to go. She dedicated her internal self to do that. That's quite a sentence. Dedicating your internal self to do that. Raised her standards for all kinds of different things in her life. And what did her independent sales director expect of her? I loved when she said, a lot of people argue with success. What? That's that's a thought-provoking sentence. And the best is always required. I love that because there are some days that we have to go run and take care of whatever, but we always hear work when you can so that when you have to go do something, you can do it. But I like how she put it. The best is always, not just work, the best is always required. So it was fabulous. I'm going to listen to that again. So
I am
it was
too.
great.
So good. And you're always proud of yourself when you gave it your best. It's when you walk away and you didn't give it your best, you know it. And you're like, I wish I could just redo that whole thing because I just didn't. I didn't have the energy I should have. You have to turn off family, friends, work, everything else, and give those people you're in front of your very best, no matter how you feel. And Mary Kay said, fake it till you make it. So if you're not enthusiastic, she said, act it, and then you'll become enthusiastic. Okay. Who else
Well, I
had,
like Cleta. Cleta, I like what you said. I like going places that other people are not willing to go. And I love Cyndee Gress because the truth of the matter, if you're not willing to go other places that other people are not willing to go, you will not have what other people have. And so I just love that because I've heard that over the years, but that's the truth. That's the sacrifice that she was willing to make, and she made it. And the other thing that stood out to me was, and I think somebody already mentioned it, but it's to be my exceptional self. And I mean, to me, that at the end of the day, that's what we are all as beauty consultants, sales directors. That should be the standard, just to be your exceptional self. And you can look in the mirror and be happy with where you are, and know that you've given it your all. Then that's all that's required to be your best. So I
thank
love Cyndee Gress.
I love it. Me too. Thank you so much. Okay. Who else has something? Any hands up? Okay, Stephanie, you can unmute.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. What struck like a 2x4 over me is it is no longer okay to be less than my best. Dedicate your best. And it doesn't have to be like from 8 to 5, even if it's just a power hour or power 15 minutes. Dedicate, commit, do it, and feel good about it.
Love it.
To blaze your best next trail. BYE, right, Cleta?
That's right. That's right. BYE. Best year ever. All right. Who else has something that stood out to them? I'm looking. I don't want to miss anybody that'd like to say something. Okay. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll end with this. One of the things that I heard that I think would be good for all of us is that she said I had to raise my standards for myself. For herself, she said I had to raise my standard in my looks, in my makeup, in my punctuality, in my organization. In other words, she told herself, you got to step it up. You got to step it up. And we all have areas in our life where we really are challenged, right? I mean, some people are really challenged in organization. Some people are more challenged in image. Some people are challenged in punctuality, like in their life. They've always been late. They're late to everything and they just identify as late. So she said, I got to step it up. It's not okay anymore. to run late to a beauty show or a class, or now we call it a party, you know? And so I will tell you that I've probably been in longer than Cyndee. I remember every single thing she said. It's 100% the gospel. What Mary Kay said, the tape that was in that starter kit is the same tape I had in mind, and that's what she expected. And if y'all remember last week, or maybe it was the week before, they said that Mary Kay Ash said that she told them they need to do a party every day. And then if they said, oh, I don't know if I have time for that, she said, well, maybe Mary Kay's not for you. Maybe this is, not the career for you. And I thought, Mary Kay did not play, you guys. She did not play when she was starting this business. So anyway, I loved this one this week, and it's very inspiring. So let me just close with this, a little shout out to some points. We got Lydia with 20 points, Angela with 50 points, Linda with 70 points, and nobody else put their points. So look at your points, see what you did. Congratulations, ladies who turned in your points. It's only going to help you succeed in your Mary Kay business when you track your success. And if you don't like these points, go get your weekly summary sheet, weekly plans sheet out and do that one. You just want to see what you're doing every week, and then you'll know exactly why you have or don't have. All right. All right, we'll see y'all next week with week number 4. I can't wait to see who it is. And listen, aren't y'all loving these series? I love them so much. All right. Okay. Thank y'all for letting me do a little bit extra at the beginning. I thought it was important about the mascara since everybody can order it, and career conference that's coming up. Gear up. Let's all go to career conference. I'm going to Orlando. If any of you are that I have not met before, you better come up to me and say, hey, I'm on the Boss Babe call every week because I want to meet you. All right. You guys have